Hi, my name is Monica, and with Valentina we form the heart and soul of Weddings on Demand, a boutique wedding planning agency active since 2011, specialized in bespoke destination weddings in Italy. There are plenty of reasons to have a wedding in Italy. A personal connection to the country, the romantic connotations, the food, warm weather, stunning views. Italy can also be a convenient half point or even an excuse to cut down on the guest list. But can you plan a wedding in Italy on your own? Here are some questions you might need to ask yourself before embarking in this adventure. 1. Can you speak Italian? Italy is a challenging country when it comes to bureaucracy and logistics. The language barrier is often a very predominant aspect that may lead you to miscommunications between you and your vendors. Don't get us wrong, most wedding venues and local vendors speak English, but when it comes to organizing a civil or religious ceremony, for example, or analyzing contracts, things might get a little tricky. For example, if you're looking to get legally married in a little village or a small town, staff from that municip and town halls might not be entirely fluent in English. So figuring out the exact paperwork to submit for starting the process can become a little challenging. Although weddings are dreamy affairs, their preparation involves plenty of down-to-earth paperwork, namely the contracts with the vendors you'll hire to carry out your vision. These legal agreements will explicitly state the terms and conditions of the work to be done, keeping misunderstandings to the bare minimum. Often vendor contracts in Italy are not correctly translated from Italian to English and therefore may lead to some misunderstandings. Refund policies are not expressively specified and details on the time of the service not fully explained. Are you willing to go back and forth with the vendor in order to fully comprehend every line and all the terms and conditions of your agreement?
2. Do you know the local area of where the wedding will take place? Italy's regions are so diversified that may each require a different approach when figuring out logistics. First step is to put things on a map and figuring out how to address logistics for your guests coming from overseas. Wedding venues and hotels in immediate surroundings are also often located in remote little villages, so don't expect any U-Bus or taxis for guests to easily move around. Plus, vendors you engage might not be familiar with the area, so are you prepared to deal with any issues that you and your guests might encounter along the way?
On the wedding day, will you want to deal with the service providers if there are any problems? For most couples, there aren't many times in a lifetime that you will host an event as big as important as your wedding day. So, given the rarity of the occasion, there's no practice run and you only have one chance to get it right. Dynamic events involving people, food, transport, weather, multiple setups, and timings are logistically challenging. And on the wedding day itself, this is the last thing you want to be worrying about. Not to mention that on the day, not everything might go according to plans. So, are you ready to deal with any unexpected events during the wedding day?
4. Do you know how the supplier market works? The wedding market is a jungle, and often overall costs can be hidden or vary according to a specific service. Not being familiar with the local vendor market may inhibit you from negotiating prices or asking for additional services from a supplier. There are also certain months or days in the wedding season in which prices are more favorable. This is quite common, especially if it's late in the year and venues have dates to fill. Are you prepared to navigate the jungle?
In essence, a wedding, no matter how large or intimate, includes a lot of moving parts. And in a country where you're bound to face protocols, norms, bureaucracy, and a language that you may be unfamiliar with, a planner comes as both a blessing and an investment. But if you're willing to put the time, the energy, and these extra planning considerations, we believe nothing is impossible unless you think it is. See you on the next one and subscribe to our channel.